shared with us. Today, Bunge members, I think it's been very much okay for me to introduce myself. I myself am known as Mwalimu, and that is my name. So today I'm here at least to share with you something about the preamble of our Kenya Constitution that was promulgated 27th August 2010. Now, this Constitution, ideally this is a very right time for us to understand what is a Constitution, and perhaps the preamble part of the Constitution, and perhaps the chapters of the Constitution, and as we go down to the chapters, clauses, and how they have been fully implemented since its promulgation. Ideally, my brothers and sisters, we have to talk about this Constitution. This Constitution, I myself, I never supported it. I never took time to support it, even if I was the party which was supporting this Constitution, simply because the cost implication was very high, and that's what is now draining us by. As for last year financial year, we collected something like 3.3 trillion, and just imagine 3/4 of that one was going to for the recurrent expenditure, leaving us with some little amount for development. The cost of implementing this Constitution is too high. That's why it is now high time that we look the 20% that was not good. It was just borrowed, but even if it was borrowed, it is not working, because we have a lot of unnecessary commissions who are doing nothing and consuming public resources. At the end of the day, there's nothing they are doing. With that, I therefore categorically call all of us, we people here in Bombay, we represent those who are not able to air their views. So we are here to read on their behalf, understand, and try to translate to them. So this Constitution is very bulky. That's why we call Mr. President. It is high time now we review it so that we have what we can finance. Let me talk about the 290 constituencies. The quotas that was used to come up with 290 constituencies, some of them were rigged. For instance, I have to talk about the issue of Mandera. The 2019 population census, they gave us wrong data. And that's why you always tell the government, before you take people or you hire people who are collecting data, this is the data that now the government is going to rely on. What if the data were wrong? For instance, the Mandera, Garissa, and Wajir data. You find that now my constituency, Siaya County, had more than 1 million people. At the same time, Mandera itself had just a bare 250,000 people. Now they are saying it was 1 million. They're getting a location there. Most of the money went there to support the Al-Shabaabs. And then Al-Shabaab come and terror us here. That's why we have to review the boundaries so that we reduce them to at least 90. America in itself has 50 states, having more than 350 million people, just represented by 50, only 50. Just 50 senators. Kenya, a country that has a bare 60 million people, represented by 47 senators, 47 women, who do nothing. Who do nothing. Mr. President, we support you. I remember I was with you. And remember, I was with you when you were refusing about this Constitution. And we told you that it was very bulky. And now it's consuming all what we collect. We remain with nothing for its implementation. There are some parts of this Constitution which are necessary. For example, the empowering of human rights. If the human rights, the court give orders, and the government officials are not obeying the court orders, how do you think that now the people, common mananchi, will react over that? So there are things which are bad in this Constitution which should be removed. So we remain with the ones that are workable. Mr. President, it's now your humble time to listen. The Constitution, a commission, a review. A constitution that will be reviewed, a constitution that can be implemented, a constitution that can give us a fair representation. Some of us are overrepresented. The Kakamega people, the Kiambu people, they are overrepresented. People like Turkana County, a county which is Turkana and Marsabit. Those are the two largest counties in Kenya. And imagine Turkana County being represented by 5 MPs. And Turkana County is almost 3 times Kiambu County. Kiambu County being represented by 12 MPs.
It's about population.
That's what we are talking about. So let us come with the correct mechanism for fair representation. Some are underrepresented and some are overrepresented. And that's why there's abuse of these offices. We have this fake office called Constitution and Review, hii mambo ya commission. Hii mambo ati wanaangalia incitement. They have never prosecuted anybody. In 2017, they came up with a list of shame. 210 people. They have never been prosecuted, so it should be disbanded. There's another fake commission called the IBC Commission. Why should it have 7 commissioners? Doing what? It should be reduced even to 3, and then they should work on part-time. There's nothing that they should be hired for 6 years, doing nothing there, drinking our tea, using our money for nonsense. So, Mr. President, this constitution have to be reviewed because it is the source of all the problems. It is the source of all the problem because it's too bulky. So let us review part of it so that we come up with a clear, and if it is difficult, let us go back to the colonial constitution. It was somehow workable. And now we need to, you also need to be a dictator because these your officials are not working and they want you to go home. Check what happened in Nakuru. I don't want to review that. Some of your officials are not working and you will go home with them. Before you go home with them, fire them. Fire these officials that are not working, that are sleeping on their jobs. Fire them. Including the IG. Including the NIS, the DCI. What are they doing? How can they allow such kind of bad element to appear in the television? It could have been planned before it entered the zonal level. I remember Home Thuku in 1992 when he came up with a very, very lethal and dangerous play. That play was not even the headmaster by that time, they were called headmasters. The headmaster did not even allow that play to proceed. So these people are sleeping. So Mr. President, chukua kiboko, fimbo ya nyayo. It is time now use fimbo ya nyayo to wake up these sleeping government officials, consuming people's salary. They are consuming your taxpayer, they are doing nothing. They are blackmailing you. They are making you to look like a small child, a toddler. It is high time, if you don't work now, you are going to go home with them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mwalimu.